Alright, so we're here now, and you can call me Barry White. Well, that's been my my name in Facebook for quite some time now, and well, basically we're here now, and this is an ambitious attempt to review one of the best IEMs out there in the Chi-Fi or Chinese hi-fi market. And this is what we call the BQEYZ KC2 BQEYZ KC2. All right, now I bought it for, I think it's around 1,400 pesos. That should be around $25 to $30 maybe, US dollars. So yeah, it's 2BA 2DDs, and my god, this is basically the best IEM at its price range. I can say that because I've been using it for quite some time now. The best thing about this is the Soundstage. It's incomparable. It's so wide and it's so detailed. The imaging is so superb. You'll hear the micro details a lot more than other IEMs out there, which are more expensive than these ones. The bass and the sub bass isn't its game. It's not its game at all, but it's there. It's decent. Well, what I like about these are the mids and the trebles. It is perfectly tuned. It's balanced, neutralish. You can basically play around with the EQs as much as you want. And what else? It doesn't have any sibilance. I basically came from ZSN Pros. Well, during that time when I was using ZSN Pros, I thought it was good. But I used it for over a year without having any other IEMs. Well, the bad thing about ZSN Pros is that it actually has these QDC connectors, which are very brittle. It breaks over time. So when it broke, I went along and tried to look for an IEM that would replace it as my daily driver, and I came across this BQEYZ KC2. It sounds so realistic. The timbre is so good. What else? And it's substantial. I mean, the build itself, I think it's titanium alloy. The weight, it's pretty heavy than what it seems or what it looks like. Now, in the box, it includes the typical BQEYZ cable, the black one that has a mic, which I barely use basically. Now it comes with 3 sets or 3 pairs of ear tips. Okay, this is the smallest. It's quite good. In fact, it's so good I was able to use the medium and large. At first, I was not impressed with how this sounded. Basically, the first week I was using these, my phone's volume was always at the maximum level. Apparently, Huawei phones can't drive these IEMs as good as LG. So I purchased my first LGquadDAC phone, which is LG V30, Korean variant. But anyways, I was shocked. Even on the stock music player, this shined so bright. Believe me. And then at that very moment, I installed UAPP. I just got blown away. The songs are just so full. It sounds so true. It's so natural. right now, the current setup that you're seeing here on my KC2, it's a 4N limpid pure silver cable from KBEYZ. The tips that I'm actually using are BGVP bass tips. It's quite good. I mean, I've tried lots and lots of ear tips out there, but the most expensive one I have is the Soundstage ear tips, and I don't know, I don't like that. Now this is a game changer. I mean, you can buy this alone for 49 pesos or probably $1, and this is the best. I mean, because, you know, just like what I mentioned earlier, KC2 lacks the sub bass. The sub bass is there, but it's not skimming at the very bottom of the frequencies. So when you start listening to Billie Eilish, the sub bass distorts everywhere, all over the place. Now with these, I mean, you don't have to turn up the volume just to get the bass that you want. There will be a little bit of kick in there, but it's just decent. It's not for bass heads. It's just what KC2 was lacking for me. All right. Now, so I guess this is basically my end game setup for KC2, and look at that beauty. It's good for acoustics, classical, rhythm and blues, jazz, rock, progressive metal. I listen to pretty much everything with these. And I was able to mention earlier the Soundstage. I want to talk about that. The Soundstage is so impressive that if you close your eyes, you wouldn't actually hear the speakers or the drivers. You would realize that you're in the middle of the band in a big hall. You're surrounded by the instruments, and the imaging and the separation between the instruments, it's just so detailed. So that's how I would actually describe the Soundstage, the airiness that it provides you. And the mids, may it be male or female vocals, this will shine bright. The trebles are buttery smooth. You can hear micro details all over the place. I started listening to old songs that I often hear when I was younger. Let's say 10cc, I'm Not in Love, Eagles, Hotel California, even Through the Fire by Chaka Khan. You'll be surprised. There are so many micro details across the tracks. Even the Mars Volta, Mudvayne, Deftones. I mean, this is a well-rounded IEM. You'd be able to use this on any tracks. The only cons is that it doesn't have the best sub bass. When you start listening to Billie Eilish, the sub bass would start getting distorted, and that'll actually ruin your listening experience. So that's the reason why I actually use these BGVP bass tips. It basically helped the bass, or it actually helped control the bass even further. With its rigidness, I don't know, maybe the lower frequencies are able to travel much deeper or much further to your eardrums or ear canals. So you won't even have to turn up the volume, especially if you're using an LGquadDAC phone. That's just a monster. I mean, it provides you an audiophile grade experience. There are other phones out there that has dedicated DACs, like Meizu, Vivo, I think, but LG stands out the most. You have 4 DACs, right? It cleans the audio signals 4 times before it before you can hear it. Well, I mean, that's the logic. If you have any questions, never ever hesitate to ask me through the comment sections. Don't worry, I'll do my best to answer your questions, and even if I don't know the answers, I always have the best persons to ask. So at least I'll be able to relay the answers. So yeah, well, thank you very much for watching. Again, this is me, Berry White, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the videos. All right. So if in case I will be uploading some more videos on other IEMs or other stuff, at least you guys will be notified, right? So again, let's make this a regular thing. I'll try to upload a video at least once or twice every week. I will be guesting someone or some other reviewers too. Probably we won't just be reviewing audio gears. We will be reviewing some other stuff too. Again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are interested in buying these. Believe me, everybody or everyone who actually listens to music should actually have one of these, at least. It's very cheap and it's very good. Okay, so thank you very much. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I hope you guys have a lovely day ahead, and take care. Cheers.